This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Errol the True Spence going what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter part what? 98. Hear me and hear me well. Listen, folks, this is what's comical to me, man. This is what's making me laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's actually sitting here and it's making me be of entertainment, because I'm sitting here and I'm laughing at the fact that Derrick James was on a roast show, man. Part 98 is Derrick James Roast Show, man. Let me say it again. Derrick James was on a roast show, man. Part 98 is Derrick James' roast show. Derrick James made some emphatic points. So this video is going to be dedicated to Derrick James. Salute to you, Derrick James, because you said some of the most emphatic and some of the most, you know what I'm saying, truth-telling stuff. It was so cold-hearted, it was unadulterated, and it was cutthroat with the truth-telling. Here's the truth of the fact of the matter of what Derrick James is saying. What Derrick James basically said was that no fighter, and he's right about that, should ever be disrespected the way Shawn Constipated Porter was disrespected. Let me say it again. No fighter should be disrespected the way Shawn Constipated Porter was disrespected. Let's keep it a buck here, folks. The man was disrespected. Kenny Porter forgets, although you are the trainer, although you are his manager, and although you are his father, you still are his employee. Let me say it again. Although you are his trainer, although you are his manager, and although you are his fighter, his father, you are still the fucking employee, and you need to act as such. And what Derrick James did is he gave his Suge Knight impersonation. He was like, if they ain't treating you right, come to death row. Let me say it again. If they ain't treating you right, come to death row. But it wasn't death row. It was come to Man Down Promotions, dog. Come get trained by Derrick James, a guy who's going to treat you like a man that you are, man. I love it. And Derrick James was like, nah, we going to be in shape, dog. Because you don't know, man, when his son gets beat up the way he does, you don't know how this motherfucker going to act. Let me say it again. When his son gets beat up the way he does and gets stopped, you don't know how he's going to act. So I'm loving this, folks. I'm loving the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Derrick James got his ass in shape, because he knows. He don't want to make that mistake that Roger Mayweather did, because Roger Mayweather, man, that's one of my dudes, and I fucks with him. But he was caught slipping, dog. Zab Judah's dad was able to land that two-piece combo on him because he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't sharp enough for it. Derrick James was like, we're going to learn from that mistake. We're going to learn from that Roger Mayweather mistake. We're going to be sharp. We're going to be in shape. So if motherfucker run up on me, they getting a two-piece combo. Motherfuckers in the hood know what I'm talking about. You're going to get a two-piece combo. That means you're going to get oop upside your head. I said oop upside your head. Let me say it again. Oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head 3 times for the number of confirmation. Oops upside your head. I said oops upside your head. You getting fucking oops upside your head, motherfuckers. Matter of fact, a quartlet. Listen, man. It's really simple. Derrick James was right on so many variations, so many forms, and so many facets. Then he went in on Kenny Porter, and then he turned around and said, this dude is so insecure and miserable as fuck. I told you guys. Did I not tell you the Porters are insecure? They're out of character. Why are you sitting here and saying, I did this for Errol the True Spence? I'm Errol the True Spence daddy. I told you that daddy estranged relationship between Errol the True Spence and him. He wished Errol the True Spence was his biological son and not Shawn Constipated Porter. If he could spit Shawn Constipated Porter out, he would have done that a long time ago. Let me say it again. If he could spit Shawn Constipated Porter's ass out, he would have done that a long time ago. His son is corny as fuck and he's constipated. You know what I'm saying? Shawn need to take a shit Porter. That's what I'm gonna start calling his ass. Shawn needs to take a shit Porter. Constipated as fuck. Dude, I love the fact that Derrick James called out Kenny Porter and was like, how are you, with the limited experience that you have, is going to tell a fighter who was a multiple Golden Glove champion, a multiple U.S. champion, and a U.S. champion that has more experience than you, what the fuck to do? Come on, man. It's funny to me. Errol the True Spence is more experienced in this boxing aspect than Kenny Porter. That's why it's laughable when Derrick James even noticed that they're sitting here saying that Errol the True Spence wasn't battle tested. They both brought it up. So the Kell Brook fight wasn't a battle-tested fight? He wasn't tested in that fight? There wasn't tests being shown in that fight? Come on, folks. What are we talking about here? Kenny Porter had to debunk the nonsense. And I'm loving it. Because Kenny Porter ain't trying to have this shit with these... I say Kenny Porter. Derrick James ain't trying to have this shit with these motherfuckers. He had to debunk the nonsense with Kenny Porter. I mean, he brought up Sugar Ray Leonard You know what I'm saying? He brought up Floyd Mayweather. He brought up some of these legendary coaches and trainers that train these guys. And they didn't sit there and say, oh, I trained Floyd Mayweather. I'm Floyd Mayweather's daddy. I'm daddy to him. Or I trained Sugar Ray Leonard and I'm daddy to Sugar Ray Leonard. No, they don't want that credit. When have you ever seen trainers and coaches want credit like that? They just go out there and do the job. Let me say it again. When have you seen trainers and coaches wanting that credit? I told you, man, it's very obvious with Kenny Porter, just like it is with a lot of these fathers and sons. That's why I like Errol Spence Sr. because he ain't trying to be all up in the videos, dog. Let me say it again. This is why I like Errol Spence, man, Sr. because he ain't trying to be all up in the videos like a freaking P. Diddy, man. Kenny Porter's trying to live vicariously through Shawn Porter. He wanted to be a boxer. He could never attain and get to that level. And through Shawn Porter, he's vicariously doing this shit through his son. And that's not right. When you are a father, you're supposed to set the tone. You're supposed to set the example. And you don't humiliate your son in national public the way that he did. I mean, come on. Kenny Porter, are you going for Father of the Year award? Because you failed miserably. Let me say it again. Kenny Porter, are you going for Father of the Year award? Because you failed miserably, dude. Horribly. Right there, that shows you the way that he denigrated. Now, for those of you who doesn't understand the vocabulary denigrated, the way that he embarrassed, the way that he basically befooled and made his son look like a fucking idiot in national public. If I was Shawn Porter, I would have got rid of his ass. I mean, it was embarrassing. And then for Shawn Constipated Porter to be so brainwashed by Kenny Porter to say, oh, that's how our relationship is. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? That's how he talk. So you're taking verbal abuse from your dad and basically saying that that's a good thing? Come on, man. Don't make me laugh, dog. As much as I get on Angel Garcia, he don't even treat Danny Garcia like that because he know what time it is. Danny Garcia fire his ass in a fucking heartbeat. He don't go play those games. You're going to embarrass me like that. The father, trainer, and manager is the fucking employee. Act in line. Like Derrick James said, the employee knows how to fall in line with the employer. Let me say it again. The employee knows how to fall in line with the employer. So what are we talking about here, folks? This stuff is not making any sense. Derrick James went on a freaking roast show and I was loving it, man. Just like Earl the True Spence been mentally whooping Shawn Constipated Porter, Derrick James is mentally whooping Kenny Porter. Let me say it again. Just like Earl the True Spence is whooping mentally Shawn Constipated Porter, Derrick James is mentally whooping Kenny Porter. When Earl the True Spence bulldozes Shawn Constipated Porter, right? And Jamel Charlo wins later this year, he's going to nab up that Fighter of the Trainer Year award. All these people saying, oh, he sounds like Abel Sanchez. Oh, Derrick James sounds, like he can't put out his words. Derrick James sounds like this. I'm seeing him doing fantastic things. I'm seeing him making fighters into legendary champions. I'm seeing nothing but champions under his roster. So what the fuck are you Classic Dolce and you Troglodytes talking about? What are you Rudy Poo and you Plum Brains talking about, man? Derrick James is doing his fucking thing. And let's talk about Derrick James and Earl the True Spence ability to dress. They sharp as hell. Them motherfuckers look sharp, dog. Let me say it again. They sharp as hell. They look sharp. They could teach Shawn Constipated Porter and Kenny Porter how to freaking dress. What the hell was that Cleveland Cavaliers design on the back of your vest? That was some ghetto hood shit, dog. Let me say it again. What the hell was that Cleveland Cavaliers, design on the back of your vest? That was some ghetto hood shit, man. That ain't tailoring right there. That's that constipated shit, dog. Let me say it again. That ain't tailoring right there. That's some constipated shit. And folks are sitting here and falling for this Rudy Poo and Plum Brain nonsense, man. These motherfuckers ain't coordinated, dog. Let me say it again. They ain't coordinated. That's what the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets. They know the word coordinated. These motherfuckers ain't coordinated. They tight and constipated. Let me say it again. They are tight and constipated, folks. It's so funny that everyone is seeing. When you sit there and you look at the smoke and mirrors in Shawn Constipated Porter's boxing career, the dude is just holding the fucking belt for Earl the True Spence. You have all of these idiots that knew this. Now that they're fighting, oh, Shawn Constipated Porter has a legitimate chance against Earl the True Spence. I could see it being a close fight. I could see this fight going either way. Really? When did you start seeing this shit? Is it because you're a Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crush? Or is it because you just are Errol the True Spence hater and troll? Let me say it again. Is it because you're a Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crush, or you're Errol the True Spence hater and troll? Come on, man. You can't break the unbreakable. Oof, what I said was so deep and profound, dog. Shawn Constipated Porter thinks he can break Errol the True Spence. You can't break the unbreakable, folks. Oh, Demetrius Andrade told me, you know what I'm saying, things that I could do against Errol the True Spence. This motherfucker is so insecure in himself. He's looking for validation in others. This is what constipated people do, man. They talk too sideways out of their ass like Shawn Constipated Porter what? Booty boy. Let me say it again. Shawn Constipated Porter what? Booty boy. You saw Errol the True Spence on Speak for Yourself. Woo! I was loving that one, boy. You know I had to bring that one up. Errol the True Spence turned around and said, I don't get paid for overtime. When they asked him, man, you should make this fight look close and competitive so you can get the Manny Pacquiao fight. The fuck I'm gonna sit here and make this thing look close and competitive for? I gotta bulldoze this motherfucker, man. I told Yella Beezy at the end of the Mikey Garcia fight, I'm going back to what? Bulldozing niggas, man. I'm going back to what? Bulldozing niggas. I don't get paid for overtime, dog. So Shawn Constipated Porter has to be bulldozed. I don't care if Manny Pacquiao, it makes him even more scared or not. No, his ass is getting beat up. You can't break the unbreakable. First of all, Shawn Constipated Porter, you had 3 close fights. How can you break the unbreakable? That absolutely makes no sense. Are you guys really listening to yourself? Are you guys rationaling this around your fucking brains? Let me say it again. Are you listening to yourselves and are you rationaling this shit around your brains? How can you break the unbreakable? Errol the True Spence has the unbreakable will, that indomitable will, that Batman will. You can't break that shit, dog. That's what I told you. Come September 28, Shawn Constipated Porter's getting what? Fucking bulldozed. Like Errol the True Spence said. No. Errol the Showstopper Spence said, I don't get paid for overtime. So you know what that means? Shawn Constipated Porter's getting what? Bulldozed. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.